Excel has been around for over 40 years and has a ton of features. Today we're looking at 19 things that you might not have known you can click, and these features will save you time with everyday Excel tasks. So let's go. We'll first take a look at some secret features on the ribbon up here. So with any ribbon tab, you can double click it to hide the ribbon, and this is going to give you more screen real estate or more visible rows in the grid below. If you want to use some of the buttons on the ribbon, you can just click it once and that'll open that ribbon tab, and you can still interact with it. Once you click off, that'll hide the ribbon again, and if you want to fully bring it back, just double click the ribbon tab and that'll dock it again. All of the features covered in this video will be available on the Windows version of Excel, and I'll note here when they're also available on the Mac and web versions. Just note that some of the functionality might be a bit different on the web version of Excel. These tiny icons on the ribbon are actually buttons, and clicking these open the Format Cells window, and specifically the Number tab where you can change the number formatting. This one here opens the Alignment tab on Format Cells, and this one opens the Font tab. On Page Layout, you can also click the Page Setup button to open the Page Setup window, and this contains useful features if you're printing your spreadsheets. The most commonly used buttons are on the Home tab of the ribbon, but if there's another button you use frequently on a different tab and you have trouble finding it, you can right-click it and then choose Add to Quick Access Toolbar. That button is now right here, and I can just click it any time, regardless of which ribbon tab I'm on. This is a toggle for the new Focus Cell feature. I can click it again to toggle it off. Next, we'll look at some tips for working with the grid and formulas. So this sheet contains some data that I exported from a system, and some of the columns need to be wider so I can read the data. One quick way to do that is to click right here in the top left corner. That's going to select all the cells on the sheet, all the rows and columns. Then I'm going to hover between these two columns until I see this cursor, and I'm going to double click. And that's going to auto-fit all of the columns on the sheet, and now I can read all of the data. Most Excel users know that you can hover your mouse over the bottom right corner of a cell. This turns into the fill handle, and then you can left click and hold and drag this down, or double click it to fill all the way down. You then get some options in this menu for autofill, and if you want to do a sequence, you can choose fill series. There's actually one shortcut here that a lot of Excel users don't know, and that's that you can right click and drag here instead of left clicking, and that's automatically going to open this menu when you release the right mouse button, and then you can click this here to fill the series. In this cell, I have a formula, an XLOOKUP function. When working in the function, this ScreenTip down here appears. It shows all of the arguments in the function, and it's actually very useful. You can click on any of these argument names, and that'll select the text for that argument. And this can be much faster than selecting the text if you need to change it, especially if you're using a laptop trackpad. You can also click on the function name here, and that'll open up the help menu for that function. Now this ScreenTip can get in the way, especially if you're trying to read the data in the row below the formula, but you can move it by just hovering over the border of the ScreenTip, left click and hold, and then you can move it out of the way. And if you can't remember what all of these arguments do, another way to learn about them is by clicking this button here. This opens the function arguments window. It lists out all of the arguments for the function. You can scroll down over here to see more of them. And if you click inside the text box for the argument, you can see a definition of that argument right down here. Now you can also use the formula bar up here to write and edit formulas. Sometimes you'll come across a formula like this that looks like it's cut off. But if you hover your mouse cursor over the bottom of the formula bar until it turns into that double arrow, you can left click and hold and drag it down to view the entire formula. And then you can click this button in the top right corner to collapse the formula bar and click it again to expand it. Keyboard shortcut is Control-Shift-U. I created this free PDF guide to help you remember all of these awesome features. I'll link it up in the description below. Next, we'll jump down to the bottom of the application window and look at some secret buttons for the sheet tabs and status bar. When working in a workbook with a lot of tabs in it, it can be difficult to click these buttons to horizontally scroll through all the tabs to find the sheet you're looking for. One shortcut is to right-click either of these buttons, and that'll open up this window that has a list of all of the sheets in the workbook. It's much easier to read a vertical list of sheets. When you find the one you're looking for, you can click on it and hit OK, or one additional shortcut is you can just double-click the sheet name, and that'll jump right to that tab. Now, if you're on the latest version of Excel for Microsoft 365, you can click on the sheet number right here, and that will open the navigation pane. This also contains a list of all of the sheets in the workbook, along with a search box, but within each sheet, it also shows all of the objects, including tables and pivot tables. And clicking those objects will navigate to that sheet and select that specific object. When you select a range of values, down here in the status bar, you'll see stats on that selection. And this can be very handy when you're doing reconciliations or tying out numbers. One thing a lot of Excel users don't know is you can actually left click on any of these stats to copy that number to the clipboard, and then you can go paste it in the worksheet. Now this is a hard-coded value and not a formula, and oftentimes you'll want to write a formula instead, but this can still be very handy for quick analysis. Now if you select a range of numbers and you don't see the same stats that I do, you can right-click anywhere on the status bar and then toggle any of these stats on or off by just left-clicking. In the bottom right corner of the status bar, you'll see the current zoom percentage. You can click on this to open this zoom window. And here you can choose from any of these preset zoom levels. You can click one and hit OK, or again, you can just double click here to set that and close the window. If you don't see this zoom percentage for any reason, right click on the status bar and then you can toggle it on right here. And one bonus tip, the keyboard shortcut to get back to 100% is Alt-WJ, which presses this button on the View tab. When working in a wide sheet with a lot of columns, you might left click and hold right here to make the scroll bar wider to make it more accurate, or if you have a lot of sheet tabs, you might make the scroll bar shorter to see more of the tabs. If you want to get this back to the original width, you can just double click right here. And this trick also works up here in the name box, so if you make the name box wider and the formula bar smaller, you can double click right here to restore it back. Next, we'll look at some hidden features for tables and pivot tables. So if we want to insert a table here, on the Home tab, we can go to Format as Table and then choose one of these styles and hit OK. But you'll notice that the table style is not applied over the existing formatting and it doesn't look good. So one quick tip here, I'm going to hit Ctrl-Z to undo that. When we go to the Format as Table menu and choose one of these styles, instead of left clicking it, I'm going to right click it and then choose Apply and Clear Formatting. Then hit OK. That will clear any of the existing formatting and apply the table style, and everything looks good. When writing formulas that reference a table, you can hover your mouse over the top half of the header here until it turns into a down arrow. When you click it, it will then create a reference to that table. Essentially, it selects all of the cells in the body of the table for that column. It can be kind of tricky to do, but after some practice, you'll get good at it, finding that drop zone, and then it's very easy to reference table columns and write formulas. Here we have a pivot table, which is essentially a summary report in Excel. When you add multiple fields to the rows or columns area, these expand and collapse buttons will appear, allowing you to collapse down that field and hide the details. But these little buttons can be tricky to press, especially if you're on a laptop or you're zoomed out. One trick though is you can just double click anywhere in this cell and that will expand or collapse the field and you don't have to click the small button. Another hidden feature of pivot tables, if you right click a pivot table, go to Pivot Table Options. On the Display tab, check this box that says Classic Pivot Table Layout, which enables dragging of fields in the grid. The pivot table will now look like this, which is the old or classic style. And you can actually take fields over here from the fields list and just drag them into the different areas of the pivot table to quickly build it out. You can drag multiple fields just like you normally can, and you can also take any of the fields by just grabbing the header and dragging it to other areas of the pivot table to quickly change it. And you can still use the fields list over here to modify the pivot table. So there are 19 hidden Excel features. Let us know in the comments which one is your favorite. And if you want to dive deeper on time-saving features like formulas, pivot tables, and Power Query, right now I'm running a free masterclass where I explain how to automate tedious processes in Excel. I also explain when to use AI and how to speed up your workflows. I'll put a link in the description where you can register for free. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and consider subscribing, and then check out this video next. Thanks again for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.